What's your plate? What you think is paneer may not actually be paneer. The paneer on your plate may be paneer or may be analog paneer, which is also known as non-dairy paneer or fake paneer. Maharashtra has become only the second state in the country after Chhattisgarh to ban analog or non-dairy paneer for 1 year. The Maharashtra FDA crackdown follows a food safety drive that found more than 1 in 3 samples failed quality tests. So what exactly is analog paneer? It looks like paneer, it cooks like paneer, not really. But instead of fresh milk, it can be made using vegetable oils, starches, emulsifiers and stabilizers, making it a far cheaper substitute for the real thing. No, it isn't pure dairy, with an acid like lemon juice that actually would constitute our real paneer. I'm using the word real now, but it's actually dairy paneer. The Maharashtra FDA says hotels, restaurants and caterers have been allegedly serving this product without telling customers. There's no disclaimer. In fact, they're being sold without disclaimers. Now, the manufacture, transport, storage and sale of analog paneer have all been prohibited across the state. The punishments include 6-month jail to life imprisonments for violations. The concern isn't just about being sold, a wrong product being sold, or the viewer or the consumers not being told. Regular consumption of processed fats and additives has been linked to higher cholesterol, obesity, diabetes and heart disease. And if analog paneer is passed off as real paneer, one really doesn't know what's consuming. This is deceit. I'm being joined by Advocate Sanjay Chadda, who's a consumer affairs expert, Urvashi Agarwal, a food and safety educator, as well as Dr. Mahesh Gupta joins us, doctor with Fortis. Thank you very much, all three of you, for joining me. Let me just start with you, Urvashi Agarwal. What do we really make out of this? I mean, it's not a Maharashtra problem. It's not just a Chhattisgarh problem. It's an India problem. We do not know what paneer we are having. And for a very long time, I thought paneer was paneer. Till I started hearing this word around me, fake paneer, non-dairy paneer. And that's where the curiosity increased. And now I think Maharashtra has cracked down. But it's really so symptomatic of a larger problem.
Absolutely. Like we see news almost every day that adulterated paneer, analog paneer is caught by the Food Safety Department all across India, and FSSAI has clearly declared paneer as the most adulterated food in India, right? So I think that's why the FDA has cracked up the whip. And, first of all, like we talked about, is consumer transparency. If I go to an eatery and I order paneer dish, I don't know whether I'll be served analog paneer or dairy paneer. Then second thing is the nutritional difference. The analog paneer, as we know, is made of vegetable oil, starches, stabilizers, right, emulsifiers. Vis-a-vis, the dairy paneer is made essentially of milk, right? So there is a lot of nutritional difference. Third one is the consumer choice. Now, a lot of people in India do not like to consume analog paneer due to various reasons. It could be religious, cultural, personal reasons. And then fourth one is the food safety and compliance. We don't know the analog paneer is actually, first of all, analog paneer or adulterated paneer, and how is it manufactured, right? So all of these caveats are there. And therefore, I think it's a starting, and I think many states should follow suit.
Let me just try and understand this. Advocate Sanjay Chadda, what do you think would be the reason behind a 1-year ban? Because there clearly, there are a whole lot of other things that are also being sold in the market that are wrong, that are adulterated and so on and so forth. But in this particular case, there's a problem, there's a deception. One doesn't know because there's no labeling for it being non-dairy or dairy paneer. People just don't know. People are still wondering whether this non-dairy paneer really is something in real, or is it, something which is fake news, quote unquote. That's what many people seem to ask. So why this 1-year ban, and does India need to look beyond?
On a lighter note, we should thank government for at least 1 year. They are not at all concerned about your health, my health. They are just a very harsh word I'm using, but this is what is the fact. The reality is that politicians, these people, they are no concern. 2006, this act was made, FSS, Food Security and Standard Act 2006, and it has in its own incorporated 7 acts, all the harsher punishments. You go abroad somewhere, US, Europe, this kind of activities, this what you call adulteration in food, is the harshest of the punishment are given there. And what is happening in this country, we don't even see, even as very few cases, very few cases. And this, it is a duty of the authority, Food Safety and Standard Authority, as everywhere they charge licenses. Every joint small person has to take a license. Absolutely a non-effective organization. Very strictly, I'm saying. All these things they are giving us slow poison or what? We don't know what we are eating. What to do? A normal person, the other 2 hours before I was in another show, somebody said consumer should be aware, he should see, think, and then only consume. But then why we have opened all these people, all these bodies, what they are doing?
Right.
It is their duty, and it is my right. Consequently, I'm sorry, I'm being very
No,
loud
you must.
also.
You must.
It is
Absolutely,
a concern. It is a deep concern, I'm telling you. And we are India is in a sorry state of affairs as far as the food things are concerned. Food security, adulteration is rampant. Rampant means rampant everywhere. Vegetables, this, that, everywhere. And what this department is doing, they are doing nothing, to be very precise. Face-saving few cases. During Diwali, they will hold 15 quintal of khoya is being caught at this place, this, that. These are the 4 things will happen. You go in each and every, I can say it very precisely, each and every shop, each and every this restaurant, you will see lot of problems are going there. Cockroaches, this, that, everything is his duty of this body. This body has to act somewhere. Very sad affairs of state of affairs. Our laws are strict. I want to tell you very specifically, our laws are there, and laws are in right form. They have given a very harsh punishment is kept for such people, but nothing is happening because the enforcement agency, the inspectors, they are in hand and glove. Do whatever you want. I was sitting in the afternoon, some rice millers came when this program was going on. I said, FSS.
Back to you. So we'll just get back to you. Allow me, let me just get the...
One line, if you permit. Only one line.
Sure.
A very practical. Rice miller said that every month they will come and collect their share. What is their role in rice? They don't even know. That's what I wanted. So I'm sorry I've taken
No, that's fine. That's fine. So I completely get where you're coming from. In fact, Dr. Mahesh Gupta joins us. Dr. Mahesh Gupta, what is the problem? How bad is the problem that analog paneer can create a whole lot of problem? Or is it the fact that a consumer doesn't know which paneer one is eating? What is the problem?
See, Snehaji, analog paneer is artificial paneer. Okay, so the paneer we think is made of milk, which contain a lot of minerals, vitamins, especially the protein content. We advise our patients to have good amount of protein. Actually, in general, we require 1 to 1.2 grams per kg of protein a day. And if the patient is having liver disease, kidney disease, or some like pregnancy, so we advise a higher portion of protein in their diet. And if the patient is vegetarian, if the people are vegetarian, then they rely on vegetables, protein like paneer and pulses. If these are adulterated, then where the patient will go, where the people will go? The authorities has to be very strict on this. Why only Maharashtra? I say every state of India should ban these artificial things. There should be very harsh punishment. As Advocate Sanjay said, if the consumer has to see what the authority is going to do. Okay, so the authority has to determine whether whatever is provided to the consumers is not adulterated. It should be authentic thing. If the people are eating adulterated thing, the where the health will go. Our young population, our children, pregnant ladies, where they will go, where they will get their portion of proteins, minerals, vitamins. So nowadays we are seeing a lot of cancers, allergies, gut issues, health issues. So why these are increasing? Because we are getting adulterated food. It's not only about paneer, it's about every food we eat. So these are all bad. This practice of adulterating the food should be disgraced, and there should be a harsh punishment for all this.
Right. In fact, joining me right now is also my colleague Nancy Bora. Thank you so much for joining us, Nancy. You know, we were having a little discussion in our office about how there's been this crackdown. And I think Nancy was very strong about how she felt about it. She's had some lived experience about how she's ordered, what she's received and what she's found. I think a lot of people will resonate with it, and then I want to go to experts about what do they make out of what she's saying. Is it about analog paneer? Is it about adulteration? What is it about? Nancy, what's been your experience?
Well, absolutely. Sneha, somebody who's a vegetarian and, you know, there's a trend going on that you want your protein source. The most natural form of protein is you take your paneer and you eat the paneer. Because that's what you think about when you think of, okay, I want to include protein in my diet, I will go and buy protein. And gone are the days when you go to a shop and you buy paneer from a shop where you see it getting cut and you then take it home. But now you go and you rely on the e-commerce platforms that are available that get you paneer in just, let's say, 5 minutes or 6 minutes. But the problem is, Neha, that if I have a paneer, I have ordered paneer, I can open it. If it's gone bad, if it's gone stale, I can still tell it. But what if my paneer is fake?
Why do you think you've been getting fake paneer?
Because there have been instances when you cook paneer at home, it's very easy to keep it intact. That's the biggest challenge when you make paneer at home. And on the contrary, the paneer that you order from the e-commerce platforms, it's very hard. It will stick like a rubber. And no matter how amount of time you cook it, even if you're making a paneer bhurji, let's say, it will take a lot of time to make the paneer, to get that texture right for the paneer bhurji. So there are a lot of tests that are available online. Food experts on the panel can, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but there are some, you know, hacks on social media that are going viral, that if you take a chunk of paneer and then if you rub it on your hand, if its color is changing, that means that it's not real paneer.
I think it's a good time to get a fact check on that also. But Nancy,
Absolutely.
you were talking about how there seems to be layers within layers and there seems to be something like a plastic sheet that's coming out.
Absolutely. When you open it, there have been times when I have opened a paneer packet and I'm preparing to cook it, there was a thin layer of, you can say it was something which is made of plastic, and then when you're cooking it, then the layer is getting toned out while you're preparing the paneer, while you're preparing any kind of, even if you're toasting it, the upper layer of the paneer is getting stuck on the pan and it's not feeling like something which is made naturally out of milk or out of curd for that matter.
All right. I think, you know, these are concerns that people have and these are conversations that people are having, especially with what's happened in Maharashtra. A lot of people are talking about this. Now, how do you differentiate with what Nancy is saying, what people are concerned about? Is this really about analog paneer? Is this about adulterated paneer? Is analog and adulterated paneer the same? You know, that's a question that everybody seems to be wanting to know. Urvashi Agarwal, what do you say about this?
The analog paneer, as we know, is made of vegetable oils of fats, right? And they put some starch, stabilizer, emulsifiers. But adulterated paneer may have urea, may have detergent, and may have other chemicals to make it look like paneer. So, while it is, I can say that analog paneer is not that dangerous, but your adulterated paneer can be life-threatening because you don't know what chemicals are being put. Right? So that's the difference. Now, there is no full proof. Like we were talking that, you know, some hacks are going on social media. The most common is iodine tincture test. But I myself have seen those reels, and let me tell you that iodine tincture test cannot be done on cooked paneer. You can't go to an eatery with iodine, you know, tincture and just put some iodine tincture on your paneer and say, oh, if the color changes, then, oh my God, I'm having fake paneer. No, because cooked paneer is cooked in cornstarch, you know, besan, maida, right? So these also have starches. Iodine tincture just checks the presence of starch in the paneer. Right? So that's not a foolproof test. There are some tests available in the DART book by FSSAI, which is free to download for anyone. Now, There is one more test called arhar dal test. You take a piece of paneer, boil it, and put some arhar dal powder and set it aside for 5 minutes. Now, if the paneer changes its color to red, then they say, okay, it's not dairy paneer. So these kind of tests are available, but nothing is foolproof.
Interesting what you're saying, Urvashi Agarwal. This is to differentiate between paneer and adulterated paneer. Is there any test to differentiate between paneer and analog paneer?
The iodine tincture test, because
Okay.
generally what happens is in analog paneer, they put animal fat or animal oil and they put starch also. But in dairy paneer, you
Can be
will not
vegetable
have
oil as
any
well?
sort of starch. So yes, so iodine tincture test is the most common test, but it should not be done on cooked paneer. It should be done on raw paneer.
Right.
Take some raw paneer, put it in warm water, take it out, put a couple of drops of iodine tincture test, iodine tincture. If the paneer changes its color to dark brown or brown, that means the paneer has starch. But if the paneer does not change the color, it stays on the yellow side, then it is dairy paneer. This is the most common test.
Right. In fact, Dr. Mahesh Gupta, let me come to you. But Nancy, thank you so much for joining us. I know you have a show to handle yourself. Thank you so much for taking the time out. Dr. Mahesh, let me just come straight to you at this point. For people who are looking at this, and today you have a whole lot of people who are very concerned about what they are eating. As a doctor, what do you want to tell this nation? You know, you have a state that's gone ahead and said, listen, we need to put things in order. I mean, I would like to call it the Dabang FD official. He seems to be taking a whole lot of decisions and crackdowns. We'll get to that in another episode maybe. And if one officer can make so much of a difference, I think a whole lot of people can also make, good or bad, it's controversial decisions. A whole lot of people are questioning it. But I think on paneer, everybody would agree. No labeling is a big problem. So Dr. Mahesh Gupta, for anybody who is consuming all of this, what should the government across the country, you know, government of India, how should they be really looking at this concern? Is it time to step in?
Yes, it's very long time that we are demanding that government should put some efforts to make our food safe, and it should be nutritious. Actually, we are advising paneer nutrition to our pregnancy females, to our young patients, and even the patient with liver disease, kidney disease. If they are not getting adequate nutrition, minerals, vitamins, what we think our food is going to provide them these things. But if they are not getting whatever they require, it's going to deteriorate their health. And on the top of that, if the healthy persons, even if they are eating these analog things, which is not providing adequate amount of things that they should get it, then they are going to get cancers, allergies, and gut issues. Okay, so whenever they are eating these analog things, they are not knowing what they are eating. So here the authorities and government should pitch in. They should check what is provided to the consumers, to our society, and they should keep a good check on it. Because if the authorities and government will not do, it's not feasible for the people to do tests at home and to avoid what to eat, what not to eat. So it should be the duties of authorities, duties of the government officials to check what is provided to the people. If they're not eating healthy, then where our health will go? Adulteration is one thing and analog things are other thing, fine. But still we are not getting adequate nutrition. And this is a big issue. Our young people, Gen Z should pitch in. We should have protest against all these things. Again, we should get something on our plate which is good for us. Not what is provided by the manufacturer and society, but it should be very healthy.
Right. In fact, you know, it's unfortunate because a whole lot of young people who would be ordering it online would be going for the cheapest source of paneer for that matter because it's pocket friendly. A whole lot of people across the country who cannot afford paneer would see cheaper rates for paneers and opt for it for very obvious financial reasons, not knowing really what they are getting into, and that's just such an unfortunate thing to happen in our country. Dr. Sanjay Chadda, you had your hands up. You wanted to make a point. You'll have to unmute yourself, sir.
Well, yeah, very, very straightforward. What my honorable friends have just said, what Dr. Urvashi was telling, that these are the method, we should check it. Not required. Why I am going to check it? It is duty of the government. Government is not performing its duty. It is my right to ask for a right product. And these authorities FSSAI, etc. They are paid by me, paid by you, Dr. Urvashi, paid by Dr. Gupta, paid by her. We are paying. We should demand for it. We will not go to any Janji, as Dr. Gupta was saying. Why we should go? It is my right. So, my very, very humble request, it's a failure of the government, I must say. 1 year ban they are putting, they should completely ban. They are protecting these criminals. They are criminals in the eyes of law.
Right. Okay, last
Please,
question. We kind of out of time, Urvashi Agarwal. When you go to hotels, one is what you cook at home, and then one is what you consume at hotels. No checks, nothing. Even if you have raids, how do you even know what paneer was used, what was not used? This is just such a deep rut. It's just such a deep rut to make quick bucks, to be able to keep a longer shelf life. It's a rotten system.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been working as a food safety educator for the last 3 years. And let me tell you, I can go on and on about the kind of violations that I see on almost a daily basis. Like, my DMs are full by people complaining about the food safety violations they face. So it's just starting that analog paneer is banned. But I'd like to see, because if you are introducing dairy paneer, the price is going to go up and it will be passed on to the consumers. Not everybody can afford. Then second is, then how are you going to put the checks and inspections in place to make sure that the defaulters are fined and put behind bars?
Right.
Because till date, FSSI is not doing a great job. I mean, thanks to Tukaram Munde sir, who started doing, like, one person can shake the entire Maharashtra. I'm waiting that we have more Tukaram Munde sir in every single state of India.
I think I'm
we
batting
will
for that.
have
I'm
hope.
batting for that. And why not? Why not?
Why
Dr. Mahesh
not?
Gupta, you want to make a point? 30 seconds, I don't have more time, sir.
Yeah, Snehaji, I just want to make a point. It should not stop at paneer. I just
Absolutely.
want our authority and officials to check each and every food what we eat, and that only can make our nation healthy. It's not only paneer. Every food, at least basic things, our oil, our atta,
Absolutely,
our
sir.
milk, our curd, that should be free from adulteration and these analog things.
Advocate Sanjay Chadda, Urvashi Agarwal, as well as Dr. Mahesh Gupta, thank you so much for joining us. Important conversation. I do hope this goes beyond Maharashtra. Thank you so much.